Sorry, everybody. I accidentally hit the live button. I didn't mean to go live this early, but oh well. I had taken a nap, got up and went over there and got me an ice cream sandwich to eat because I was hungry because I didn't really eat lunch. I ate a late breakfast. And I come over here to set everything up, and I went to choose the live to bring it up, just the picture, and I hit the live button and I didn't mean to, but it's okay. I'll stay live. I see there's 8 watching, but nobody's in chat yet. But I'm going to eat my sandwich anyway. I'm hungry. We got Jesus Save Me in the house. Hello. How are you doing today? I didn't get a chance to move my bowl with my watermelon in it. I didn't want that in the picture. Finished setting up. Well, I took a shower after messing with the computer all morning and I worked on my computer till almost 3 o'clock this morning because it was giving me a lot of trouble. And I finally got it straightened out this morning. I got my video uploaded from yesterday. So then I decided to go ahead and I had drunk a cup of coffee. And I think I ate a little bit of egg salad on some bread. That was my breakfast and lunch. My breakfast and lunch wasn't much. So I decided I'd go take a shower, shampoo my hair, get all that done. And then I was so sleepy when I come in here, I said, I got to lay down and take a nap before my live. So that's what I did, but I couldn't go to sleep. I just laid there, but at least I rested a little. Let's see, we got Jesus Save Me, Donna Palsetti, Setia, Sylvia's Essentials. Hello. How are all of you doing this morning? We got Evelyn in the house. And like I said, I have to apologize for hitting the live button and going live so early because I didn't intend to. But rather than end it and then have to set up a new live, I just said, well, I'm going to leave it. Leave it and let it go. Sylvia says, happy Sunday from me and my cat, Gooby. Or Goby. Gobby. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I hope you and your cat's having a good day today. I did not even have time to get anything to drink. See what I can find. It is another hot one today. Let's see, we got Shatika. Hi, Shatika, Patty, Jill. We got a lot of good ladies in here this morning. How's Patty and Jill and Shatika this morning? I've already been chatting with everybody else. Well, with the assistance of Connie, I finally found the Jar Michael that won the ring last week, but I can't get in touch with him. There's no way on his webpage or his channel page to leave a message. So anyway, I haven't mailed the ring yet. I'll get it in the mail tomorrow. I had to actually go to the store, buy envelopes and some other stuff. So I brought the envelopes home. I got the ring packaged up. And I'll get it to Patty C tomorrow. You'll probably get it by Wednesday. It's another hot day today. We've got water pollution. Oh, that's water polo for the Olympics. It's 99 right now. It should probably hit maybe 100, 101 or more today. Didn't have time to take anything from my cough. But that's what happens when you get careful trying to set up your live, you know. Things happen. You're welcome, Patty. Like I said, I didn't get it in the mail yet. I had to buy envelopes to mail it in. So you'll probably get it Wednesday. Because usually when I mail it like on a Monday, people get it usually by that Wednesday or Thursday. My eyes look terrible this morning. Oh, it was just a rough night. All of a sudden, something was going on with my computer yesterday. I couldn't upload my video. The programs would, I don't know, they were testing me. Because the programs I used to put my videos together and, edit them and that type of thing was going crazy. It wouldn't save them at first, and then it wouldn't upload them. It looked like it uploaded, but then I couldn't find it anywhere. It's like, okay, where'd it go? You uploaded it somewhere, but I don't know where it went. So I finally got it all straightened out this morning. I got the video uploaded. I don't know if any of y'all saw it. The one on the beans. But anyway, it's uploaded. Maybe my computer will work good for a while. I don't know. I don't want any more 2 or 3 a.m. nights working on it, that's for sure. Because when I get busy trying to figure it out and get something straightened out on my computer, I can't leave it alone. I've got to sit there until it's taken care of. And I just got so tired last night or this morning and so sleepy, I had to give it up and go to bed finally at about 2:30 a.m. this morning. I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't even see what I'm doing. I'm getting silly. So I went to bed, and thankfully I went to sleep, got some decent sleep. And then I was able to deal with it again this morning, but take my time. I'm needing some coffee. Yeah, I probably should fix me a cup of coffee, not water and not tea or Coke or anything else. I've been meaning to fix me a really good jug of iced tea. I have not fixed iced tea in forever. I used to drink it all day long, every day in the summer. And I have not fixed any probably in a year or so. So I think I'm pretty soon going to fix me a big old jug of iced tea. Yeah, I might fix me a cup of coffee before this live is over to keep me awake. Do you just love it when your bra straps keep showing on your shoulders? I hate it. I need them things that you hook it together in the back, I guess. I've never seen them, so. And then I said if I found them, I'd not be able to get them on there. So what's everybody doing with their Sunday afternoon? Yeah, I probably need me a good cup of coffee, not this cold drink. Just get something hot. You know what, Patty? You talked me into it. I got to get me some coffee. Let me go get me a cup of coffee on. See, and it's not even 3 o'clock yet. We still got 5 minutes before anybody else even thinks I'm going to be live. And we got 24 in here already. I'll be right back. I'm fixing me some coffee with, not sure how you pronounce it, caramel, macchiato coffee creamer. I love these coffee creamers from Great Value that you get at Walmart. They are so good. This one's good, and the next one I got is cinnamon and something. My poor watermelon, they are suffering out there, the watermelon vines. Oh my goodness. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I probably need to go out there and pick the rest of the watermelons that look like they might be ripe and go ahead and bring them in the house, because it's been so hot and dry. Those poor things are suffering, even though I try to keep them watered and put compost tea to them. I got my coffee. I'm getting mine. I'm back with my coffee. My big cup of coffee. My hair's still wet. I know I shouldn't lay down even on the couch with wet hair, but hey, when you're tired, you're tired, you know? That's the only time usually I lay on the couch and try to take a nap is when it's during the day. And I went in and took a shower and all that. And I have tons of pillows on my couch. And they're large pillows, so I stack them up and put them down halfway the couch. And I get my feet up on them so I can elevate my knees and my legs. And then I lay on the end of the couch with the pillows under my head. It's a lot better to do that than it is to lay on the floor. And it helps my back tremendously and my lower hip, my hips. From the injury that I had, it relieves a lot of the pain and pressure on my spine to do that. Evelyn got her coffee. Mine is probably a little bit too hot to drink. Pour a little bit of water in there. Cool it down just a bit. Evelyn has her coffee. Patty C's getting her coffee. All of y'all get you a cup of coffee and join me. Oh, that's good. And there's Shelly Edwards. Hi, Shelly. How's Shelly doing? If y'all haven't checked out her website, check out Shelly Edwards' website or her channel. Not website, her channel. She started a gardening channel similar to mine. She said she learned a lot from me, and she's started up her own gardening channel. She's got some pretty stuff. Hi, country boy. I love my coffee. Yes, sir. We do love our coffee. I quit drinking it for a long time, and then I took a trip to North Carolina, and I was so tired driving. I had to get some good strong coffee every once in a while on the way so I wouldn't go to sleep. And when it got really bad, I would pull over at a rest area and try to take a nap or whatever. But ever since I went home on that trip and had to have that coffee to keep me awake, I've been drinking coffee again. And I had stopped drinking coffee for several years. I used to smoke, and coffee, cinnamon were my two favorite things. Thankfully, I quit the cigarettes. Well, good for you, country boy. I've never smoked because, I tried it when I was like 18, 19 years old. Because I got married young the first time. And my first husband smoked. You hardly ever seen him without a cigarette in his hand. And, I tried smoking the one he had, but I couldn't handle it. Ooh, I don't know how he smoked them. He smoked those the Salems, they were in, I remember, like a white and green pack, and it was Salem's. I couldn't smoke those, and I tried somebody else's cigarette one day, tried to smoke it, and that's when I realized I was allergic to the cigarettes and the smoke, because I took a couple of puffs off of that. Oh my God, people. I had the worst headache you've ever had in your life just from about 2 puffs off that cigarette. Needless to say, after that, I never touched another one. And it's a good thing. It saved me a lot of money over the years. And it probably was better for my health anyway that I didn't smoke, So my allergies are good for something. It kept me from smoking cigarettes, that's for sure. And I hate to smell them. Ooh. I don't let anybody smoke in my house because it makes your house smell nasty. My second husband, who I was married to when we came out here to Texas, he smoked all the time too. And he smoked in the house. I couldn't keep him from it. But I'll tell you what, when he went to work the next morning, All the windows in the house went up. I aired this place out because I couldn't handle that smoke. Oh, it was terrible. Of course, I got it again when he got home from work that evening, but at least my day was smoke free. And my son, he smoked a little, but he never would smoke in the house. He knew I had allergies. So later on, after I was divorced and my son grew up, when he started smoking as a teenager, when he was in high school, he'd always go outside. He never smoked in the house. Evelyn says, I haven't quit yet. I'm supposed to, but I love them. You're just addicted to it, Evelyn, that's all. If you ever stopped and you tried one after a long time, you'd probably say to yourself, how in the world did I ever smoke those nasty things? And I smoked in a nightclub. I mean, I didn't smoke in a nightclub. I worked in a nightclub. I mean, I wasn't a waitress or a bartender or anything like that. I was the one that sat in the door at the front, at the door, the entrance door. I had a desk and stuff sitting there. And it was a little foyer, enclosed area. You had the door that came into the little area I was in. And then you had double swinging doors. After you registered with me when you came in the club, you went through the swinging doors into the bar. And, I spent my whole night working at the desk, checking people in, selling memberships and that type of thing, checking IDs, that type of stuff. Even though I did not drink or smoke, just working there, I breathed tons of smoke every night when I worked there. And finally, the doctor told me, he said, you need to get away from the smoke. Because I started getting real congested a lot. And he said, where have you been? He said, you've been around a lot of cigarette smoke or something. He said, I told him, yeah. I said, I worked in a club at night. And I said, even though I don't smoke, the smoke is real bad at the entrance. I mean, it's bound to. Because, it gets everywhere in the building. So, needless to say, it wasn't too long after that I quit. And the only reason I worked there is because that was during the time I was going to college. I was taking college classes. And the only time I could work was at night or the weekend when this college was not open. Because I had classes every morning, 4 days a week. And sometimes they split them up where you may have a class on Monday, you may have one on Wednesday, you may have one on Friday. So it was really hard to get a job with that kind of schedule. So some friends of mine opened this nightclub. Frida and Daryl were their names. They were from Idaho. They opened up this club, and the brother opened a restaurant behind the club. So you could go out the front door, go around the building, and go right in his brother's restaurant. But anyway, I worked there for, probably close to a year, but it was making me so sick. I said, I can't do this anymore, and I quit. Evelyn says, yes, I am. I was in the hospital from Christmas till February the 28th and still smoking, but very little, but I'm still trying. Have you tried one of those patches? Some people have said that the patches are good to quit smoking. Or my son wanted to quit smoking regular cigarettes. So he heard that if you switched over to the vapor pipe, that helped you because it let you kick the habit of wanting to grab the cigarette and puff on it. So he'd smoke the vapor pipe. But then about that time they were telling these horror stories about vapor pipes, about some of them blowing up in people's faces and causing blindness and all kind of stuff. So I warned my son, I said, son, be careful with those things because You never know. I said, you may end up with one that's going to blow up in your face. I said, I hope to God not. But I said, you never know. So I don't even know if he even has a vapor pipe anymore. He may have done away with that too. But I mean, he was not actually like a chain smoker like his dad. I mean, his dad, instead of lunch in the morning to take to work with him, he'd take a couple of extra packs of cigarettes. He'd have one in his shirt and he'd have 2 or 3 in his lunch box. I thought to myself, I've never seen anybody in my life take a lunch box to work and everything is in that lunch box except something to eat. Yeah, the vape isn't healthy either, but it kind of tapers down your urge for the cigarette to where finally you don't even need the vapor pipe anymore either. That's what they claim. And I know people have went and used those smoking patches to quit smoking. None of that stuff is healthy. Patty C said, no smoking in my house. You got that right. I work too hard to clean my house and keep it fresh smelling as I can. And I'm not having anybody in my house smoking old nasty cigarette. Even if I didn't have allergies, I'm not letting anybody come in my house with a cigarette, a cigar, or any of that stuff. Keep it outside. Evelyn said that worked in the hospital, but not at home with Yeah, you're going to have to tell everybody they got to go out of the house or somewhere else to smoke. Tell them they can't smoke around you anymore, Evelyn, because you need to quit smoking, and you can't if you got everybody in your house smoking. Just lay down the law. If I don't smoke, I'm not letting anyone in my house smoke. I can't see the rest of it. It's all behind that heart. They put that heart in the most conspicuous place. And I think I told some of my friends the other day that it was so hot, I couldn't go outside to do anything. And I was in the house resting. And I started crocheting, trying to learn this pattern for a scarf. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how many times I started it, got a couple of rows, pulled it all out, started again. You know where it is right now? All pulled out, rolled up, and put back in the yarn box. I gave up. I said, I can't do this. I'll have to wait till I don't have a single thing to do, anything in the house that distract me, then I might try it again, or I might not. I know it took me forever to get the granny square pattern right, so it really looked good. I don't think I've got that much patience to do that scarf that way. I had in mind if I could get it done. I have a 90-year-old aunt, my dad's sister, a younger sister. She turned 90 years old this past summer, or this summer, the beginning of the summer. And my brothers, my cousins, and a lot of the family put together a great big birthday cookout for her. And they took everything to her front yard, so she didn't even have to go anywhere. And surprised her with it. And, they told all the family about it, and they let me know, but at that time, I just couldn't get away and go to be there. I wished I could. I hate it that I missed it. Because, you're 90 years old. You don't have that many years left. I mean, she, hey, I hope she makes it to 190, but, you don't know. I've known a lot of people that was It was 103, going almost 104 before they passed away. There was one man that lived in the Lakestone Terrace when I worked there. I was in the dining room one day doing something. I think I was cleaning off his table for sure. And he's in this wheelchair because he's 90 years old. It's hard for him to kind of get around. And he said, because I asked him, I said, how you doing today? And he said, well, he said, I don't really know. He said, I'm kind of down. I said, what do you mean? What are you down about? He said, I'm 102 years old. And he said, I shouldn't be here. He said, all my friends are gone. All my family's gone. I have no one. Everybody I grew up with or family that was here before I ever was born, they're all gone. I'm the only one left. And he said, I really shouldn't be here. And that made me feel bad because I thought to myself, oh no, he's given up. He's given up. And it was only like a week or so later that he passed away. And I thought to myself, oh, that was almost like his goodbye little speech, And I felt so bad for him. He was the sweetest man. He'd come in the dining or through the food line every day because I worked with the food in the kitchen and I helped serve it. He'd come through the food line with his either with his walker, or a lot of times there at the last he would come in his wheelchair and get his tray. And me or one of the other workers, when he told us what he wanted, we fixed his plate for him, we'd take it to the table for him and put it down. But yeah, he was the sweetest person, and I hated that he passed away. But at 102 years old, I think you're living on borrowed time. Really, I do. He did something good in his life to last that long. Susie on her way home. Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Yeah, I was setting everything up about 20 minutes till, and I accidentally hit the live button. Girls, I was live, or girls and guys, I was live, and before I even knew it, I thought to myself, oh no, I don't want to end it and have to redo the whole live. So I just left it on. Got my coffee, ate my ice cream sandwich and all that, even on the live, so, because I wasn't ready. What did Susie do? Go out shopping or something? I know, what was it, last night? I think I texted her and she texted me back and she said that she didn't really feel good. So I was hoping she felt better today. I don't know. Gladys is sick. I think she's got the flu. There's Connie. Connie had sent me a message telling me that Gladys was sick, that she probably would not be in the live today. She thinks she's got the flu of some kind. Connie, it was so crazy. I was setting up everything at 20 minutes to 3 and I accidentally hit the live button. Before you knew it, I was live and it was not only 20 minutes to 3 o'clock. So I just left it. I didn't want to have to end it and start a whole new one, so I just left it on. Everybody's getting their coffee, Connie, so get you a cup and join us. Oh, that's not nice. They did that. Bless them. Huh. I don't know who that was about. Yeah, it's so hot today. I mean, it's stifling outside. 99 degrees when I first went live, and it's probably hit 100 already. I think it's supposed to be about 101 or 102 today. Too hot for me to be out there this afternoon, that's for sure. I'm beginning to be a wimp when it comes to that heat, you know. It's either early in the morning or late in the afternoon. I can't get out there this time of day. Late in the evening, put it that way, before dark. It's been a little cooler where you're at, Shelley. Well, I saw one of my brother's posts in North Carolina, and he put up a map, and he was warning people of the roads being flooded around their area. So they got a lot of rain from that storm. Evelyn says I'm a wimp too. Yeah, I got to water this evening. Yeah, me too. But my watering is from 12:01 a.m. to 4 a.m. and then from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I'll probably be doing that tonight and tomorrow. We haven't had rain here in a while. We need it. And that little bit of thunder I heard a couple of days ago, I thought sure we were going to get a rain shower out of it. It just blew right on by us. It didn't even put a drop down. It looked all cloudy, thundering like it was going to pour down rain. All of a sudden, sun comes out, the clouds are gone, thunder's gone, and the rain is gone because we didn't get any of it. Usually here when it gets real hot, over hundreds, with no rain, that's when we get the hailstorms. Because when it does try to rain, that hot air hits the cold air and it's raining, and it turns to sleet and ice. So we get hail falling, not water. Oh, that coffee's good. I'm glad you talked me into getting this coffee. It's a whole lot better than that cold drink that's in that thermos. Or water. It's like 85 here. Oh, I wish it was 85 here, Shelley. It is hot, hot here. Like I said, it's probably going to hit 101 or 102 today, if it hasn't already. The temperature hasn't posted or updated, so I don't know. Let me look on here and see if I can find it. Look for the forecast to Granbury. Yeah, I'm jealous too, Evelyn. 85 degrees. Oh my God, that would feel so good. If this thing would cooperate. Well, come on, get the pad. There you go. Forecast. No. I got it all typed in and then hit the wrong thing on here and it backspaced. Yeah, it says it's 99 right now, but it feels like 108. Go figure that, y'all. Imagine 108 degrees. Oh, it's going to be 101 tomorrow and Tuesday. Wednesday, it's going to be 102. Thursday, 102. Friday, 102. Saturday, 104. Oh my God, it's not going to get lower than 104 and 103 for over a week. Oh my God. With no rain. Be 78 and 79 at night. With no rain. Maybe just a little bit of clouds, but no rain really, so. Y'all, it's going to be a hot time. My garden is going to hate it. Like I said, I looked out there yesterday evening and the first watermelon vine looked like something had gotten into it. Maybe chewed off the vine or something because it was all wilted down. And I had just watered it the evening before, put compost tea to it. So I don't know. Maybe tonight. Oh, only 62 and cloudy in Washington, where Connie is. Couldn't see the aurora bursts last night or the meteor showers. I never see those. And think we have a chance Wednesday, but I doubt it. Yeah, I guess if I lived in a real cold state or cool state, a hot day would probably seem pretty good. But I guarantee you, Connie, if it got to be 101 to 104 every day, you'd pretty soon want the temperature to drop pretty good. Yeah, people that live in 100-degree temperatures, yeah, 62 and 85 sounds awfully good. Shelley said, Connie, you can have mine. No, I am cold all the time. Yeah, with my arthritis and my back and neck injuries or my spinal injuries, I don't think I could survive in a real cold climate. Or cold, humid climate. I think that would kill me. I mean, I have aches and pains now just doing normally everyday stuff, but at least I can take some ibuprofen and I'm fine. But if I lived where it was real cold, because when I get real cold, my muscles will tense up, and that's when a lot of pain kicks in. So I know I wouldn't survive in a cold climate. Connie, that may have something to do with your blood pressure. How's your blood pressure? It's been 88 and I was still freezing. I know back home in North Carolina when I was real young, like I was barely a teenager yet, I remember I'd go sit out on the front porch in the sunshine just to get warm. Because I was just a little skinny thing, you know. I didn't have any meat or fat on my body to keep me warm, I guess. And I could sit around in the house and I actually got cold. So I'd get outside, sit on the front doorstep in the sun just to warm up. It felt so good. Yeah. But, you know, somebody that has low blood pressure a lot, they stay on the cooler side, I think. People with the higher blood pressure usually run a little hot, so to speak. Yeah, I don't want to see mine. My central air unit is running right now. It'll start running from about 1 o'clock. It runs constantly. It doesn't even turn off. till later in the afternoon around, I don't know, 6 o'clock. You know, when the temperature starts dropping a little bit, then it'll finally cut off. So yeah, it was $200 last month. The month before it was $136, I think. This month it'll probably be $300 easy. Because August is the hottest time. The hottest month in Texas is August. Just found your channel a few days ago and subscribed. Well, welcome, Virginian. Glad to have you. Are you from Virginia? We've got people in the chat that are from basically kind of spread out all over the United States and other countries. $210/112. I can't imagine having a blood pressure that high. That's like emergency room time, I would think. Usually if my blood gets over 100 and say 30, it's running high. A lot of times it's like 115 over whatever. But 210/112, that is extremely high. I'm in Tennessee. My favorite TV show is The Old Westerns of Virginian. Oh, okay. That's why they're named Virginian. I'm originally from North Carolina, and I've got a brother that lives in Tennessee right now. But he's got his place up for sale. He's going to move to South Carolina where his daughter lives because his wife passed away. So, yeah, that's stroke level, 210/112. I have blood clots in my legs and take blood thinners. It has occasionally it gets bad. Oh, wow. I can't imagine, Connie. And there is Kai, our Hawaiian. Hello, Kai. How is Kai? I finally showed your birthday cake for your 1-year-old the other day. I think I forgot to do it when you were in chat. Pretty green cake. How's the weather in Hawaii right now, Kai? I've had 2 strokes. Oh my goodness, Connie. Cute. Yeah, and I'm drinking hot coffee because I stayed up to about 2, almost 3 o'clock last night working on my computer because I couldn't get my program that I use to edit my videos straightened out. It wouldn't work right. And then a lot of other stuff on the computer started going crazy. And with me, when something like that happens with my computer, I cannot leave it alone. I'll sit there all night and mess with it to get it worked out and get it fixed. Finally, about 2:30 this morning, I gave up because I was so tired. I was so sleepy. I could barely keep my eyes open. So I went to bed, got up again this morning and got right back at it. And finally got it straightened out. It's working fine now. I had to do some updates and a few other things, but it's working. And I finally got my video uploaded. It's 82 but hot and humid. Well, it's 100 here right now, well 99. It'll probably hit 101 or at least 100 today. And like I was telling everybody, it's going to be 103, 104 for like the next whole week. No rain in sight. 78 in St. Louis. Wow, that seems like it would feel so good. And Patty C said close to 100 here. Yeah. Just let's just say I'm sweating buckets sitting on my Oval Office right now. I'm not even going to ask where the Oval Office is. I won't get that personal. And there's Wilson. Hi, Wilson. How are you doing today? I knew that's where it was. That's the reason I said I wasn't going to ask. But I see you told us anyway. My bathroom is one of the coldest places in the house because it's closest to the AC unit where the air comes up first. It doesn't have time to heat up before it goes into the bathroom. So it'll stay pretty cool in there. Oh, isn't this a fun day? I've got things I wanted to do and I haven't done anything, and they're not going to get done today. I promise you. It'll have to wait till tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm not doing anything today. I think I did my share last night and this morning. I'm done for a while. Just a little bit. And there's Susan. Hi, Susan. You feeling better today? Connie said that Gladys wouldn't be here because she thinks she's got the flu. And she's pretty sick today. She's throwing up and really not feeling good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Jess when she came in. I guess she's still here. And you got to do Tippy's IV soon, but I'm cooling off. How hot is it where you're at, Susan? Go in my restroom. Yeah, the restroom and my bedroom back in that end are the two coldest rooms in the house because they're the closest to the unit. That's where the cold air comes up first. And then it spreads out through the rest of the house. So at night, I'm under my blankets, I'll tell you. I'm not usually hot. Yeah, everybody needs to remember Gladys in prayer that she'll get to feeling better. It's not good being sick. Well, that's okay, Jackie. I was early. I was 20 minutes early. I hit the live button by accident. And I started my live 20 minutes before 3 o'clock. So I just left it. Shelly says I always wake up. We'll forgive you, Jackie. It don't matter if you're late. It's just good having you here whatever time you get here. Fix some fried fish. I wish I had some fried fish right now that I didn't have to cook. I could eat a big old plate full of fried fish. Fried fish and some fried shrimp. Oh, don't that sound good? Yeah, Susan just got in. She wasn't home yet. Oh. I'm yawning And I'm drinking coffee, y'all. A double cup of coffee. That's like a cup and a half. And I made it a little strong. Let me cook for you. Will you go ahead and fry me some fish, Wilson? And just throw it my way. I'll grab them. You know, people come into the lives all times during the lives. It don't matter as long as you make it eventually. I just love having people come into the live. It doesn't matter what time you get here. I'm already hungry. I was hungry before Wilson started talking about frying fish. Oh my God, I'd die for some fried fish right now. Oh my God, that made me so hungry. I just want me some fried fish. I may have to go get me some. You're watching the Olympics on TV. You know, I have not watched any of the Olympics yet. I did see that article about the boxers. You know, those two women, or supposed to be two women. I think one was a, oh, what do you call it? Transvestite or whatever. She got hit 46 seconds after, you know, when the match started, and she walked out of the ring because she knew that was not a woman that hit her. It was a man. And he should not have been allowed to fight against her. And last year, he was not allowed to fight. Him and some other guy. They were not allowed to compete against the women. I don't know why this year they let them do it, because that's not fair. Men do not have any business competing against women in women's competitions. They're built different. They're stronger to begin with. He was a whole head taller than her, which I know that doesn't matter. There's big women out there, but it's just the fact that he wasn't a woman. He was actually a man, and he should not have been allowed. I don't care what kind of surgeries or hormones he took. They had it on the screen while we were eating. Yeah, I told a friend of mine, I said, I've got so I don't even care if I watch the Olympics anymore, just because of stuff like that that's going on. That was not a fair fight. She should never have been in there to fight against a man. And they know that. They're kissing somebody's rear end is what they're doing. Whatever country that guy's from. So many are taking away medals after they're won. Now, if they win them honestly, you know, I can see not taking them. But some of these don't win them honestly. And I could understand taking the medal away. But like I said, I haven't been watching, so I don't know what's going on, other than just the little newscasts that pop up on my screen sometimes. The only thing that I usually love to watch in the Olympics is the figure skating. And if they have some kind of dance competitions, I'll watch that. And sometimes I've even watched the bobsledding. That's kind of neat to watch, you know. But this other stuff, they're not pairing people up correctly. You don't fight a man if you're a woman. Just plain and simple. They're built different than a woman. And Jackie says, I hear on the news. And Shelley said, that's why I don't watch. And I might watch swimming sometimes, but I haven't even watched the swimming competitions in the Olympics in years. Don't think I saw Kai's comment. No, I didn't. Let me go back and see. See if I can find it. The chat started moving so fast. I mean, some chats were getting by me. Love your get up today. Your hair and everything looks perfect today. Oh, thank you, Kai. Thank you for that sweet comment. I actually put the color on my hair earlier. I was going to go take a shower, and I decided, well, I'm going to do my hair before I get in there and take a shower. So I finally got it done, because this is my me day. Usually I'm doing something for the house, something for the video, something for the yard, something for the garden, everything but for me. Today it's all about me. Kai said, speaking of bobsledding, one of my favorite movies is Cool Runnings. I don't know if I've seen that, but I've seen a few bobsledding movies, which I really enjoy. It's made to remove a picture of Jesus from his board, or he couldn't compete. So then why did they mock religion by having what appeared to be the Last Supper as the opening for the Olympics? They claim it was not actually a picture of the Last Supper or anything like that. It was something else. But to me, from what people said, because I haven't seen it, it was almost mocking the Last Supper, making fun of it. So, I don't know. I just started saying, if they didn't want religion in the Olympics, why put a picture up like that as the opening of the Olympics this year? Cool Running, so funny. I've watched, I don't remember the names of the movies about bobsledders, you know, that they're teams of dogs. And this is like people actually living everyday life. I guess in Alaska or wherever they have a lot of snow to where they have to bobsled. I mean, that's like their car. That's the only way they can get from one place to the other. I've seen a lot of movies with, you know, like that I really enjoy. And some of them were actual racing, you know, bobsledding racing movies where they had the races in the movie. Yeah, I know they can say whatever they want, but if it appears to be the Last Supper, you know that's why they put it up there. They were making fun of it. And that shouldn't have been allowed. I mean, I know I don't go to church anymore, but I am a somewhat religious person, and I respect God. I don't make fun of our Savior, so... It was the Last Supper with all transgenders, yeah. That's why they let that guy in the ring with that woman to box. They were making a statement. The transgenders are going to rule. They're going to do what they want. Yeah, I've definitely earned Linda Day. I've been working my tail off and then having a bout with my computer. Oh my gosh, it wore me out. And I need to do another video sometime this afternoon, this evening, or early in the morning for tomorrow. I don't have a video for tomorrow yet. So I don't know. Yeah, they claim, oh, well, they're not making fun of religion. They're not making fun of the Last Supper, that it wasn't the picture of the Last Supper. It was something else. No, it appeared to be, and the freaks they had sitting around the table, they were just making a mockery of the Last Supper. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for that sweet remark. I know, Patty, it's awful. It's one thing to let them get in the Olympics and compete against women, but it's another to open the, have the opening ceremony right to begin with, mocking religion. But you know what? They're the ones going to have to deal with the consequences, not me. Well, I'm usually a hot mess. That's why my hair is up all the time. I'm usually out in the hot air working and doing stuff, and my hair's so hot and long, I got to put it up to be cooler. So I'm usually what you could call a hot mess. I'm fairly cool today. I work with 2 trans. I'm female. They are male saying they are female. They're in the bathroom with me. You can't say anything, or you can. I know, it's terrible, I don't care how they dress, what they claim to be. They're men, and they need to be in the men's restroom, not the ladies. I don't care. I know if you say anything, you're discriminating against them. Well, hey, white people and straight people are being discriminated against today, and we don't say anything. Rebecca says, on a different note, I'm baking shrimp. Hey, baked shrimp sounds good too. I don't pass up shrimp. I don't care how you fix them. Yeah, you never know. A guy dressed up like a woman, he walks in the ladies' restroom. You don't know if it's a male or female. He looks female, but most of the time he's not. Not just shrimp, puff pastries. Oh, Rebecca, throw me some. I'll tell you, like I told Wilson, throw me some, I'll catch them. Yeah, it's got to where everybody in every shape, form of life, if they don't get what they want, they holler discrimination. They've learned from the black people. Anytime the black people don't like something, discriminating. You're discriminating against black people. Well, white people need to start that, because now we're being discriminated against. Make big pot of hot chicken soup. I've been thinking about making a big pot of chicken and dumplings, chicken and pastry. I've been craving that here lately, and I've got the broth, and I just might fix it for my dinner tonight and do a video with it. A pot pie sounds good, but I have to turn the oven on to get that going. Well, I don't care what they do. They can have all the surgeries they want. They can claim to be whatever they want. It don't bother me. But most of those people have been born male. They're built like men. They're stronger than women. And I don't think they should be allowed to compete against a female. I mean, granted, she could have had an actual female, come in the ring just as big as he was. I mean, he was not fat. He was real skinny. But he was a good foot taller than her. And with a male body that usually is stronger than a woman to begin with, before training or anything, it was not an even match. I know, Wilson, white people need to stand up and say, hey, It's got to the place where you're discriminating against us. That's got to stop. Because I think I told y'all one time before that I was discriminated against years ago, a long time ago. Because I was kind of down and out, and I needed a little bit of help, and I went in, first time in my whole life, to apply for food stamps. I figured, well, if I could get at least a little help buying food, maybe I'd be able to pay the bills. You know what the woman told me? She said, you don't qualify. I said, what do you mean I don't qualify? And she kind of thought about it, and she said, well, to tell you the truth, you do qualify, but you're the wrong color. She said, if you were black or Mexican, I'd give you food stamps, but you're white, so I can't do it. Did your ranunculus ever bloom? I don't know what that is. Which one was that? I remember it because it was a tricky name to say, but I don't remember where I planted it. And probably if I don't remember where I planted it, it didn't bloom. But my hollyhocks have, even in this big pot that wouldn't bloom last year, it's blooming this year. And I cut the dead off of the one over here in this other patio, and it's growing new growth, so hopefully they'll bloom again. I don't think they ever came up. If they did, they died, because I don't have them. I don't know where they'd be. I know. I couldn't believe it. She literally told me, you do qualify, but you're the wrong color. She said they had it fixed that a certain majority of blacks and Mexicans were ahead of me in qualifying for the food stamps. Therefore, because I was white, I was not entitled to them. And you know, I could have made a bad point about all that if I'd have wanted to. But I let it go, and I said, oh well, I don't need them anyway. I can support myself. You know, they've got to give it to blacks and Mexicans before the white people. It don't matter if you qualify or not. Yeah, because all I got coming up in the yard from bulbs right now are the caladiums. You know, I planted probably 25 or more of those bulbs around the yard in the rock gardens, and I got some coming up on the porch if I can just keep Lucky out of the pot. I had to put little sticks all around the top in between the bulbs so Lucky couldn't get in there and lay down on them, because he was getting in there, sleeping in there at night, and it was killing my plants when they were coming up. Yeah, evidently the ranunculus or whatever you call them didn't come up. I've got, what is the one? I got a Rose of Sharon, and I got another plant. I've got one here at the door in the pot, and I've been meaning to get it out. I've got this galvanized, like basket type planter that I wanted to put those in, and I have not done it yet. And I've got, I can't remember the name of the one that's out at the corner of the shed out there, because that was another new plant this year. I know, Connie, that's what I'm saying. It's time white people and American citizens started standing up and hollering discrimination just like all the rest of them are. And there's homemade everything. How you doing today? No, you haven't missed a whole lot. We're just talking about the Olympics and one thing or another. I know they're buying votes. That's all they're doing by letting them come in. They're letting them come in. They're giving them the right to vote, which that should never happen. Yep, you're exactly right, Shelley. We're just being run over. Hi, Darlene. How are you doing today? Kevin's just relaxing. That's what I've been doing ever since I got my computer going this morning. And finally got my video uploaded to YouTube. Yeah, I've been kind of worried about my family back home because there's a lot of the areas around my hometown that's flooded. A lot of the highways are flooded. Because, you know, they're right on the North Carolina coast, right around the Wilmington area. Yeah, and it's a good Sunday today. I mean, it's hot, but I don't have to be outside. I'm just taking Sunday off, put it that way. And like I said, I may do a short cooking video later when I fix dinner, when I decide what I want to eat. So I'll have a video to go up in the morning. That way I'm not rushed tomorrow to get one done to post for tomorrow. I guess it's a good thing I do my own hair because I'd never get the time to go to a beauty shop. Oh, your daughter in Wilmington had it rough? Yeah, my family back home in Atkinson, you know, they're just like a 20-minute drive from Wilmington. Not far at all. Even if it is 20 minutes, I don't even know if it's that far. So usually my hometown gets hit pretty good by the hurricanes coming in. Yeah, I realize that, Patty. Sometimes the keyboard takes over, don't it? Yeah, I usually do my own pedicures and manicures. I do my hair. I cut my hair. I color it. I do whatever I do to my hair myself. Ranunculus bulbs. Yeah, I haven't seen any of them come up. Because I would notice it'd be something I have not had in the yard. So I haven't seen any of them come up. But boy, my caladiums are. I got caladiums started in the big rock garden out here next to the highway. I got some started in the little V-shaped one that's in the yard. I've got them in pots here on the porch. I put some in the base of the pot to the arbor back here where the clematis and mandevilla is growing. Oh, Wilson, you can't believe the cactus I dug up out of my yard. This whole side of the yard that I mow all the time, half of my yard was covered in cactus. You couldn't even walk through it. It was so thick with cactus. And don't get me wrong, I love the cactus. It was pretty when it was blooming. It had the prettiest yellow flowers on it. But I wanted my yard. So it took me a long time to do it, but little by little, I dug up and pulled up the roots and got rid of the cactus because I wanted a yard. But it still grows all around my yard. You know, I could let it grow back in the yard if I wanted to, because once in a while some will come up from the roots that are left. And the lawnmower hits them, or either I stop and I pull it up. Now, if it was thornless cactus, I'd love to keep it in the yard. But these have thorns, y'all. They hurt. I can't tell you the thorns I ended up in my hands, my legs, my ankles, just from being out there trying to dig it up. It took me days and days to dig that stuff up. I've been thinking about putting some in maybe a big pot and having it in my yard, but I don't want it growing in the yard so it'll just spread everywhere. Because that's the one thing you really don't have to water. It'll grow regardless. In fact, a lot of times if you water it, it'll drown it. It'll die if you water it. Yeah, I said at one time that was my fence because nobody wanted to walk through those cactus. You couldn't. You'd have stickers all over you. Yeah, just like barbed wire. And there's Donna. Hi there. Ann Watson. How's Ann doing today? And how's Donna? Yeah, I've got Mother of Million plants, but it's not growing this year like it has been because I really need to put it in a bigger pot. And I've got it in the little pots, and it doesn't grow very big in the little pot. My parents have 3/4 of an acre, and we did the same thing. It's all covered in sugar cane, so we chopped it down over and over till the ground, then kept mowing it for months, and eventually you had a yard. Yeah, see, I like sugar cane too, but I don't want it taking over my yard. And that's exactly what sugar cane will do. That and bamboo. Bamboo will take over. You plant it in your yard or close, it'll eventually take over your yard. Same way with cactus. Because it don't take much to keep cactus going. Like I said, you don't have to water it. Even in the drought, it'll grow. Yeah, exactly, Connie. That's why a lot of the Mexicans wouldn't walk through. I used to have some Mexican, well, I still got Mexicans that live over here, but it was a different bunch. They would not walk through my yard because they didn't want to get near the cactus. And I thought I'd get one of them to help me dig it up because there was a lot of it out there. No. You couldn't pay them enough to get out there and dig no cactus up. They weren't having no part of that. Oh, Ann's going to have a CT scan next week. Another neck surgery on the back of my neck. Well, I wish you the best, Ann. Hens and chicks cactus grow like grass. Yeah, I've seen that, and I thought I'd love to have some of that, but I've never bought any. Yeah, they look like a cactus rose. They are pretty. Now, cactus like that, I don't mind. And I didn't even mind the other cactus I had in my yard, but it was taking over my whole yard. where those green pots are right now. And from that tree toward the street, it was just overrun with cactus. Yeah, sometimes the best thing to do, Kevin, is just kind of turn the other cheek and let things go. That's what I do. That's what I did when that lady come to my house bearing gifts. Hadn't been here in about a year, and she just lives down the street. Being all sweet and everything. And then at the meeting, the association meeting that I went to that night, she didn't say anything until right there at the end of the meeting. And then all of a sudden, her mouth was like this, talking about me, told me that I needed to shave my hair. It didn't look good like it was. I need to cut my hair like hers. I said, I don't think so. I like my hair. But she said a bunch of other stuff too. And that's what I did, Kevin. I just sat there. I kept my mouth shut. And finally got up and walked out. I figured that was the best thing to do. Yes, it's not worth the stress. Like my sister, yeah. Sometimes it's best just to keep silent. Just blow it off. Let it go. Yeah, everybody needs to say a prayer for Ann. That she comes through her next surgery fine and no problems. We got Ann, we got Gladys, and anybody else that has health issues like Connie. We pray for all of you. Well, she only come down here under false pretenses to get her foot in the door. And I could tell the minute she stepped in, she was like looking at everything in my house, like she was just scoping everything. And then at the meeting, yeah, she told everything she saw in my house. Plus more that I'm not even going to say. Needless to say, she's not welcome here anymore. And she might say she didn't come that day, but I got her on camera. And I did post her picture on Facebook. So I don't think she's coming back. Patty's got exploratory abdominal surgery coming up. Oh, wow, Patty. We'll be praying for you too. I know, invasion of privacy. And the woman that she was talking to said, well, how many people go to your house? Oh, no one. I don't want them coming in my house dirtying up stuff. She don't have anybody that she lets in her front door. Guarantee you she ain't getting in my front door next time either. She better not even come in my yard, because I'll tell her one time to leave. If she doesn't, I'm dialing 911. I know, you know what you'd like to call her, but you're not. Yep, that's right. I know too, Jackie. But I'll be nice. I won't say it. I mean, that just shows you I can stay home, mind my own business, don't go anywhere. And trouble comes knocking at my door, y'all. Harper Valley. Witch with a capital B. You got that right. Remember, the devil only attacks the good ones. I guess that's true. I don't know. So what's everybody's plans for the rest of the day or for this week? Y'all got any plans coming up? Watering, yeah, me too. That's the top of my to-do list. The world is kind of messed up, and I just have social anxiety anymore. You know, you just don't, you can't trust people like you could years ago. People today are different. Tuesday, my daughter's cooking dinner and I'm invited. Oh, wow. I'm going to come visit y'all Tuesday. And Evelyn's going to Little Rock Monday. I know I don't really make plans. All I do is take care of my garden, take care of my yard, my house, do the everyday stuff I got to do, and that takes up all my time. Plus doing my videos. At least I got my yard mowed for another time. And it's been so hot and it hasn't rained. Hopefully I'm not going to have to mow it again for a little bit. So do you know why it's like that now? What happened? Well, if you're talking about that lady, she's always been that way since day one she moved into the neighborhood. She complains about everybody. I just politely tell people like that, if you don't like the neighborhood, you moved here. You knew what this neighborhood looked like before you moved here. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. She's only been here a couple of years. I know, Kevin, I got my hands full with my yard and my garden, my house, my yard mowing, and everything else. Jesus saved me. Yes, that's exactly right. There is a problem child no matter where you live. You're going to have at least one of them. I'll throw you some special seeds for your grow room. Well, she tells everybody she's disabled, but she'll get out there and she'll run the weed eater and the mower and she'll do all this stuff all day long. I don't claim to be disabled. I'm not on disability. I don't know what she's on. Yeah, that's what I liked about living here. You know, all the lots around me were empty. I mean, I had this mobile home over here, catty corner to me, and they never bother me. And I had the house at the end of the street, the one like 3 or 4 lots down, which you can't even see from here. And now they're moving in and they're building homes on every lot. They started back working on the foundation of this house they're getting ready to build here next to my lot over here. And I've just got the small wooded lot between us, but you can look right through the trees and see the house being built and what they're doing in the yard. But at least to have a little bit of space, If it was the lot right next door to my house, it would be 5 feet from my property line. It would be right in my yard almost. I couldn't handle that. That's one reason my daughter and her husband moved from Watauga years ago, because that's the way the houses are up there. It's a nice neighborhood. It's nice brick homes, but they're on like 50-foot wide lots. They got 5 feet from the side of their house to the privacy fence, and then just on the other side of the privacy fence is the other house, 5 feet from the privacy fence the other way, and then the house is sitting there. And my daughter says you never have privacy. Even in your backyard, if you're grilling out or anything, if the people in the next to you are in their backyard, you hear all their conversation. They hear all your conversation. So, you really got to like your neighbors to live that close, And my daughter said they didn't like it. They don't like it living that close, and I don't either. So I own the lot this side of the house, and I own the lot on that side of the house, and then the center lot. So I've got 50 feet leeway on each side of me. Oh no, that's crazy, Jackie. He actually climbs the ladder to look at you, and he hates your dog. Sometimes I wish I was in the woods, Shelley. But it was so neat, living here for so many years. I had no neighbors right next door. I didn't have a house across the street. That house, the new one they put up was not there. So it was like living in the country. I was all in my little world right here. And now they're just coming in left and right, building everywhere. That's one of the only problems I have with so many new people moving in the neighborhood. They move in because the area they want to live in, they can't afford. So they'll buy a lot out here or a house out here. They'll move in, and then they look around the neighborhood and they don't like anything. They start complaining about you. Your grass is too tall. Your porch needs to be cleaned up, or you're running too much water, or you're doing something they don't like. And my response to that is just like I said. You knew what the neighborhood was when you moved here. You can't move in a neighborhood and expect everybody around you to change to suit what you want. And if you don't like it here, pack your crap up and move. And that's being nice. Yeah, I know, Evelyn. It's nice being out where nobody bothers you. And I didn't have anybody bothering me until some of the new people started moving in. They'd been here for a couple of years. And now it's that they breathe down your neck. They want to know what's going on in your yard. They want to know what you're doing. So I started a YouTube channel. I show them what I'm doing in my yard. They don't have to come in my house to check things out. I show enough of my house in my videos. I show my yard in my videos. What else do they want to see? My way of thinking, it's people that don't have anything better to do but to sit around and run their mouths about everything they think's going on or could go on. And then pretty soon after they think it, they believe it. My way of thinking, maybe they do need to get a job, keep themselves busy, and they'd be, out of everybody's hair for a while. I believe in live and let live. I don't like people eyeballing me 24 hours a day trying to see what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be doing. I'm growing a garden. I take care of my yard. Take care of my house. I do my laundry like everybody else. I need to hush. I'm getting on the soapbox now. Yeah, I mean that's just people that they have nothing to do all day, so they sit around and their mind plays tricks on them, and they think of things, and all of a sudden, yeah, that's the way it is, you know. Well, that's what they're doing. um, my response to them is just get a life, leave other people alone. Yeah, I get mad all over again just talking about it. I need to stop. Get on another subject. I know, as long as I'm not hurting my neighbors, it's none of their business what I do. Oh, get this. She's even mentioned that the shorts I wear is too short. Oh, and you know, most of the time I'm wearing shorts that are to my knees almost. There are some shorts that I wear that are short shorts. They're cutoffs, but I mean, they're not Daisy Dukes or nothing. I don't show what shouldn't be shown. And she's complaining because of the shorts that I wear. A lady my age shouldn't be wearing shorts that short. It's none of her freaking business what I wear. And you know what the other lady at the meeting told her? That's none of your business what she wears. She can wear any kind of shorts she wants. She's in her yard. I'm out working in the heat. I'm out there and it's 98 degrees. I'm going to wear a pair of shorts. I'm sorry. That lady even told us, said, well, that woman can wear a bathing suit out there if she wants to, mowing her yard. It's up to her. None of your business. Exactly, Connie. I mean, it's terrible. I'm so glad she lives at the end of the street and not right here beside me. I'd go crazy. I'd definitely put up a privacy fence, a real tall one that didn't have cracks so you couldn't see through. Exactly. It's not your neighbor's business what you wear. I'm not walking up and down the street nude or nothing like that. I am covered. I've got a decent pair of shorts on, even if they are short shorts. Who cares? And just because she wears her hair shaved off doesn't mean I've got to wear mine that way. No, thank you. I wear what I want to wear anywhere I go, as long as I'm decent. If I got on a pair of shorts and I want to go to Walmart, I'll go. Nobody out there says anything about the shorts I wear because I'm not showing nothing. They're not that short. There's several people that I know that do exactly that, Evelyn. They wear a bathing suit. In fact, I know some people that wore bikinis out there mowing their yard because they were getting a tan while they mowed. It was their business, nobody's business but theirs. Oh, if I wore a halter top and shorts out there in my yard, she'd probably have heart failure. She's jealous. She's not happy with her life. She has nothing better to do with her time. That's exactly what it is. Her partner left because she didn't like it here, And now she's going to make everybody's life miserable. Well, she did that beforehand, so. Exactly, Kevin. She needs something. And it's not worrying about what I wear or what I'm doing in my yard. Jackie, that must have been pretty bad you retracted your statement. Oh, yep, sad. Let's get on a good topic. This one's depressing. I'm thinking about fried fish or chicken and dumplings. Which one would win tonight? I don't know. Both of those foods are some of my favorite things to eat. So it's going to be a toss-up whether I fry me some fish for dinner or I fix chicken and dumplings. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, both are winners. Everybody's saying fish. And you know, when I get ready to fix dinner, I may not even fix either one. It'll be surprised what I do fix. I don't know what I want. But chicken and dumplings sounds good, and fried fish sounds even better, so I don't know. It's just which one that I want to go to the trouble to make this evening. And if I make chicken and dumplings, I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm not going to make my dough. I made my dumplings in one of my videos that I did. But this time, if I make them, I'm not going to make the dough. I'm not going to make the dumplings. I'm just going to get some pre-made dumplings and put them in there. That's what you have, Patty? Had fried squash and onions and mushrooms. That sounds real good. And you know, I haven't cut that little watermelon yet. I've been so busy doing stuff. It's sitting over there on the counter. And I haven't cut it yet. I got the hiccups. I remember my grandmother and my mom making her pastry to put in her chicken and dumplings. She'd make the dough and roll it out on the table or the counter and cut it in long strips and drop it in her pot. I'm only saying fish because I made a big pot of chicken and dumplings the other day. I made mine from scratch, LOL. Yeah, I usually do too. But I'm not in the mood to be cooking for very long and go into a lot of fuss to fix dinner. I'm getting kind of lazy today. So I don't know what I want. I may take the rest of that loaf of bread, that French bread, or Italian bread, whatever it is, and I might make a pizza with it. You know, I did a video here a while back on taking that bread and slicing it and then opening it up and then laying all your ingredients for your pizza on it and then put it in the oven and cook it. The only thing is I got to get the oven going, and I really didn't want to do that. But pizza does sound good. I haven't had any in a while. Well, just do as you please. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, I don't know what I'm liable to fix. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up no matter what I fix. Something that's easy and quick and don't have to go through a lot of fuss and dirty cook it. I know it's too hot for the oven. Well, I've never seen my mom wear the halter tops, but I've seen photographs of her back during the time that she met my dad, and about around the time they got married and before. And they wore short shorts back then and the halter tops, because she was sitting on the roof of the apartment building where her and my lived, and my mom and her friend, her girlfriend back then, were sitting on the patio roof, and both of them had on short shorts and a halter top. So way back then in 1940s, they wore halter tops and they wore short shorts. They weren't Daisy Dukes by a long shot, but they were still shorts. And it was still a halter top. Evelyn says, my son and his wife are still at the store. I'm hoping they bring back something good to eat. Something ready-made and hot, huh, Evelyn? Something you don't have to cook. Just sit down and eat it. That sounds good. Go get some takeout or run by Whataburger or Burger King or McDonald's and just pick up a burger off their dollar menu and let it go at that. And didn't even leave the house. Oh no. Yeah, I've been wondering when we're going to have a meeting this month. I don't know. They've been talking about having association meetings like every other month or so, because there's not a whole lot to bring up at every month to have a meeting. So I don't know if they've changed it yet or not. They haven't posted when the next meeting's going to be yet. Yeah, I don't usually show a lot. I mean, I'll wear the short shorts, but like I said, they're not Daisy Dukes or anything. And I've wore those, I don't know what kind of tops you call them, but they were stretchy. Tube tops is what they were. I wore those, but that was back when I weighed 100 pounds. There was nothing of me. I don't think I'd want to wear a tube top right now. I'm too big for that. Yeah, and that's the way it should be, Rebecca. Your neighbors, everybody should look after one another, not downgrade them and talk about them and try to bully them. Because that's what that is. She was bullying me, telling me I need to get my hair shaved off like hers. And, oh, Lord, I don't think so. Just because I live by myself and I don't date, yeah, I don't think so. Send off for a pizza. That sounds good, Wilson. I probably really don't want to turn loose of the money, though. Yeah. The Mexicans that used to live over here, and I'm told the old man, the uncle, as they always called him, is like the chaperone for the workers. Because when they first started coming over here, there used to be a married couple with like 4 kids that lived over there. And they were always good friends. But they moved to another part of town and built a big house. I don't even know where they moved to. I lost touch with them. But then we got a new set of people that lived over there. And it was a older Mexican man. And workers from Mexico would come and stay with him temporarily while they found other places and other jobs to go to. And then they'd move on and more would come. And because once in a while, if I had handyman jobs to do, I could go over there and get one of them. They'd come over here and do it for me. And I'd pay them a little bit. Most of the time they didn't want me to pay them, but I would anyway. Because I didn't expect them to do it for nothing. But the old man, I think they said, passed away. And there's still Mexicans moved over there, but they built a brick home onto the mobile home. It's all attached. And I don't really know them. I walked over there through the lot over here one time about a year or so ago when my septic was backed up. And I tried to find out, I thought maybe since they worked on building homes and one thing or another, that some of them may have one of those snakes, that you run down through the septic line to get it unstopped. And the young girl that came out could speak English, but I don't know if it was the mother or who it was came out too, and she didn't speak a word of English. And I couldn't make them understand what I wanted, because the girl didn't know. She didn't have a clue what a snake was, but they didn't have it, so I had to call, what was it? I think it was some kind of plumber that came out with a snake. And that's all it was. The line leading into the septic was stopped up. And I'd already paid to have my septic pumped out, which it didn't need it. All it needed was the snake run through the line and unblock the little clot that was right there at the entrance to the septic. Because we had such a drought that year, and half the time our water was cut off. So there was not enough water going through the pipes all the time to keep it clear. And all of a sudden it built up right there at the entrance to the tank and clogged it up. I said, well, next time that happens, I'll go to Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere, and I'm going to buy me one of those little snakes. They claim you can get them for like $30, $40. That was a lot cheaper than the $150 I paid to have it done. I mean, I forgot how much to have the tank pumped out, and that didn't work. So then I got this other guy out there that had the snake, and he charged me like $149 just to run the snake up through the line. Took him 5 minutes to unstop it. I said, well, if I'd have known that's all it was, I could have done that if I'd have had the snake. So next time I will. I was at Lake Resort in Ethiopia, and my parents took my shirt off, and I got freckles at 7 years of age. I've got freckles and brown spots all over my skin now, because I've been in the sun so much over the years. But used to, I didn't have one freckle or anything anywhere on my body. But that was before I got out in the sun. One reason I'm moving homemade, I swear they took 5 years off my late husband's life. He couldn't stand it. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Well, I've lived here since the last part of 1978. I haven't had problems with anybody. Nobody bothered me. I don't bother them. But it's different now, with so many new people moving in. But that got me, that said, a woman of my age wearing shorts like that. Well, my way of thinking, I could be 100 years old, and if I want to wear a pair of shorts, I'm going to wear them. Plain and simple. Oh, I know what you mean, Patty. You'll be there with your daughter. And Wilmington is a nice place to live. I love all the azaleas that grow all over Wilmington. And I miss the Azalea Festival and all that stuff that time of year too. Well, a person shouldn't have to put up a fence because they got a busybody neighbor. To my way of thinking, they just get on the outside of your fence and peek through the crack. So why should I go to the expense and trouble of putting a fence up? They got one over there. Well, she's got one over there. But I guarantee you, the way she is, she probably gets right up to the fence and she's peeking through. I said I was going to hush. I get on a different topic. Well, I don't know what kind of spots they are, but it's where it's damaged your skin from the sun. That's all the brown spots are, is where the sun has damaged your skin over a period of time. Yeah, I'm happy for you too, Patty. The thought of you moving keeps you going. Yeah, you got something to look forward to. That would be something really to look forward to, is to move back to Wilmington and be with your daughter. Be with family. Yeah, really. Oh no, you need a fence because a homeless guy who is a felon moved next door on empty land with camper. He has no power or water. His generator runs nonstop. Well, see, they can't do that here. It doesn't matter if they own the lot or not. They can't camp out on it. They'll find people if they see them doing it. I don't have any fish sticks, Wilson. I love fish sticks. Oh my God, if I had a box of fish sticks, I'd be cooking them for supper. I'd pop them in the microwave and I'd have a quick fish dinner. They can't hear. I've reported him already. And they've not done anything about it? Way to go, Patty. That sounds real good. Both of my kids, well, they're not kids anymore, but my son lives an hour and a half away from me in that direction. My daughter lives an hour away from me that direction. So they're going in opposite directions. He's south and she's north. No, it's just where it damaged the skin. And I never got in the sun like that except for working outside back home. But when I moved out here, we had a swimming pool at the end of the street. And since my kids were little, they wanted to be at the pool all the time. And most of the time, I'd go down there and I'd sit under the canopy in the shade. But parts of the summer, it got so hot, you had to be in the water. So I'd get out there in the water and then sit on the side of the swimming pool. And that's how I got my brown spots. Because I kept a good tan. I pretty much keep a tan now on my arms and legs, and sometimes my face, just from working in my yard. If I don't think to put a hat on or cover my arms and legs up. What else will I have with my fish sticks? Probably some kind of potatoes or beans or something. I've got my pole beans and potatoes I cooked in my video. I need to eat them up. And I might make some coleslaw, but I don't have fish sticks. I haven't bought fish sticks in a long time. And Wilson said, get some. You're about talked me into it, Wilson. Well, I guess in a way that is damage because it damaged your skin and left the brown spots. It's kind of like it's where your arm and hand or your body was sunburnt and it tanned, and you know how sometimes the skin will peel off. Well, sometimes not all the skin peels off, and the brown spots are left. Evelyn says I can't find any that's not all bread. Y'all are making me hungry. I'll put fish sticks on my shop. Oh, put fish sticks on your shopping list. Patty says, wonderful people. I gotta go walk my neighbor's dog, get supper. Y'all have a blessed night. Be safe. God bless y'all. Well, bless you too, Patty C. You have a good night as well. I don't remember the name or the brand of the fish sticks I usually buy when I do buy them. But I bought them all the time when my kids were little because they love fish sticks. I'd usually fix fish sticks, cream potatoes, and some kind of vegetable with it. They loved it. My shrimp puff pastries are ready from my oven. Homemade puff pastry dough. Oh, Rebecca, you're killing me. That sounds so good. It's like beer battered. And Susan says, okay, all done. We're talking about fish sticks, Susan. I wish I had a plate full of fish sticks. Oh, I could eat my weight in fish sticks. I love them. It's been forever since I've eaten any. I think the last fish sticks I ate was like months ago when that anonymous sender sent me a grocery order and there was fish sticks in it. There was a box of fish sticks. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I haven't had fish sticks in forever. Get some apple juice too. Tater sauce. Taters and sauce. Applesauce. Donna says, bye, it's 5 p.m. Time for the propaganda. You have a good night, good afternoon and evening, Donna. Have a blessed day tomorrow. Pear ginger sounds good. Yeah, that does sound good. Hot pot pies for supper. That sounds good. I wish I had a hot pot pie right in front of me. I'd be eating on it. It's been a long time since I bought a pot pie or even made one, from scratch. But when it's 100 degrees outside, you don't want to get your oven on. Okay, got tea. You've been following the news while you've been busy? You're welcome, Donna. I'm going to make potato soup with kielbasa tomorrow. Oh, that sounds good. I love potato soup and I love kielbasa, so it would be great. Good going together. Kai said, I just wanted to give much love and aloha. I hope you enjoyed your day to yourself. Gorgeous souls and need some TLC too. Heading to give Target all my money. Spend wisely, Kai. I'm sure you do. You have a blessed day, Kai. You and your family. Have fun with your little boys. We'll see you next time. Oh, you got to talk to your friend on FaceTime yesterday? I know that was fun. Her hubby's doing good, will recover completely, but she's not doing well and they aren't telling her much. Oh, that don't sound good. But I hope they both are surviving and come through this okay. You know, I mean, I wish them the best. Listen to you, Connie. Chicken a la king over mashed potatoes. Oh, y'all are killing me talking about all this food. Chicken a la king is so good. Oh my gosh. She can stand with help but can't walk because her legs are so swollen from the seatbelt. Connie says I already have the roasted chicken, so it's going to be easy peasy for me. How about milk gravy with sausage over biscuit, hot biscuit? Oh, that sounds good too. I haven't fixed that, the milk gravy and sausage. That's real good, and it's so simple and cheap. And I got some sausage in there that needs to be cooked too. Most painful part right now is her collarbone and ribs and tailbone. Oh my gosh. Y'all keep Susan's friend in prayer. Keep her friend and her husband in prayer for healing and recovery. Oh God, you're getting me, Kevin. Chicken nuggets, green beans, and mac and cheese. Oh my God, I think I died and went to heaven if I had that in front of me right now. Okay, good deal, Susan. You just found the tag you made for Gladys's package you sent her last week. Hello from Tilline, Kentucky. Welcome from Kentucky, Gina. That's what I am having Connie post that earlier. Yes, they were hit full speed from behind by a delivery truck when they were stopped on the highway for a wreck. Yeah, and see, that driver of that delivery truck evidently didn't realize the traffic was stopped in front of him. He might not have been paying attention. He may be falling asleep. You just don't know. But that's not good. I mean, to be hit on by a delivery truck, you know, they're pretty heavy. They're heavier than a car. So going at a high speed, I know that did some damage. Fixing poor man's soup. Oh, I tell you what, Wilson, I wish I had a bowl of my poor man's soup in front of me. You'll bring it up tomorrow and make it for him. Oh my goodness. Well, didn't they rule, or haven't they ruled, that the driver of the truck was at fault? I don't understand that. Thinks he's going to have to sue because they told her that they are billing her insurance $17,000 now because the guy that hit them has had his insurance. I don't understand that comment. Yeah, the guy that hit her, his insurance company, or the company he was working for with that company truck, if it was a company truck, should pay their bills, because they were plainly at fault. I mean, if you got a wreck in front of you, you got to stop for it. They can't help that the person behind them wasn't paying attention and plowed into them. And there's Florida, hi from Michigan, they say. Welcome. Welcome, Florida from Michigan. That's okay, Jackie. They need to. I mean, if their insurance is not readily paying for it, they need to sue. But you know, that guy that hit me and totaled out my red Cavalier a couple of years ago, the reason I bought my Nissan, he had no insurance, no license, no nothing, no inspection, no nothing on that truck. So I got nothing out of his insurance company. He went to jail. You know, he was charged, but it didn't do me any good because I didn't get a dime. I had to put it on my insurance company, and that made my insurance go up higher. The last couple of times that I've had fender benders, it was the other guy's fault. But the only thing is, I had to pay the bill. I mean, if I don't have insurance and license on my vehicle, I'm not driving it out of the driveway. It'll stay under the carport. I'm not going anywhere with it when I know it's not legal. Well, you know, it's going to Patty C because she was the winner Thursday night, and the other people didn't claim it, and I didn't know how to get hold of Jarn Michael. We finally found his channel because I had misspelled Michael. The way he's got it was JARN MICHAL 3083 or something like that. And I found his channel, but evidently he doesn't do a whole lot with his channel, and you couldn't even put a message on there anywhere. So I never could get hold of him. So remember, we gave the ring to Patty C, who won Trivia Thursday night. So the ring's gone. As soon as I get it in the mail tomorrow, it'll be going to Patty C. Yeah, I hated it that I couldn't get hold of Jarn Michael, but, you know, I had no contact information for him. Yeah, you might be able to do that, Anne. get medical aid because of medical malpractice. I don't know, Rebecca. Like I said, chicken and dumplings sounds good. Fried fish sounds good. Chicken a la king sounds good. Fish sticks sound good. But I don't have a clue what I'm going to fix for dinner. I may end up just fixing me some sausage with milk gravy over biscuit. But I will have to heat up the oven to get my biscuit cooked, I guess. Because I'm either going to have to freeze the sausage or I'm going to have to cook it, one or the other. Because I don't want it to go bad. Yeah, that's all anybody can do, Kevin, is just do your best. So, well, there you go. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. It's simple enough, easier, easy to fix. Not a whole lot of dishes to dirty up. Because I finally got my sink emptied. Usually in my videos, my sink is piled up with clean dishes. They're not dirty, they're clean, but I still got a sink full of dishes. I finally got my sink emptied. I use Himalayan salt, Rebecca. I've got Himalayan salt, and then I've got sea salt that I use. I've got the Himalayan pink salt. It's in like a little grinder thing. Yeah, because the insurance companies pay the medical malpractice. The hospital doesn't pay it. Their insurance pays it. It's bad that she, has to do that, but yeah, I would. I mean, you probably would have been fine after the first surgery if they hadn't have broke your collarbone or your shoulder bone. You always make a box of mac and cheese just in case when you get up. I can make me some more mac and cheese. I've got cheese and I've got my macaroni pasta, so I could, but fry pork rinds. I don't have any to fry. You're using what's called real salt from Utah. I've never heard of that. Yeah, that's usually what a lot of them do, homemade everything. Uh, you don't pay anything up front. If you win the case, then the attorney's fees comes out of the settlement money. Real salt. Let me look that up. And it's called real salt. Real salt. Redmond real salt, unrefined. The real salt is actually ancient fine sea salt is what it is. Well, that's what it says here. $0.62 an ounce. So you can get that bag of real salt, which is sea salt, for $9.99. I can't tell the weight on it. 16 ounces of real salt for $10. Yeah, I'd never heard of that before, but it's actually sea salt's what it is. I just started to say, before when I started looking, I said, I bet it's some kind of sea salt out of the ocean. Perfect for everyday use. It says it's unlike any salt on the earth. Long before the earth knew pollution, volcanic eruptions sealed an ancient, pristine ocean beneath a layer of protective ash in what is now North America. Real salt is the only brand of sea salt harvested from this ancient deposit near Redmond, Utah. We bring it to you as nature created it, unrefined, ancient sea salt with a suitable sweet flavor, unlike any other salt on earth. That sounds interesting. And there's nothing listed in it except 22% sodium. Huh, that's interesting. I just learned something. We got real salt. I didn't know that. Linda, we bake in our air fryer every day here. Hardly ever turn on the stove oven. We have the air fryer that air fries, bakes, and you can cook a roasted chicken in it. I cook hash, biscuits, pizza. I don't have an air fryer. I've looked at a few. Some of them look like microwaves, and the other ones just look like, they're smaller and just like an individual air fryer. But I've never tried one. How do you know? Well, you said that the doctors or whoever those people were that flipped you over during surgery or after surgery, that's when they broke your bone. That was a little bit of negligence right there, Anne. They should be handling their patients a little bit easier than that. I know. In North Carolina, we always had fresh seafood because we live so right there on the coastline, where the shrimp boats came in. The boats came in with fresh oysters, all kind of fish. And it's a lot different than a lot of the fish and oysters you can get out here. You can't even really get oysters out here. Sea salt is good, but our bodies need 150 micrograms of iodine a day. It's added to the table salt, usually 80 micrograms in a table salt. Table salt, huh? Betty, you say they overrate air fryers? Oh, you use iodine drops with your salt. Yeah, I mean, $10 for 16 ounces of salt. That's pretty expensive. To the hospital after my heart attack on the 10th of July and asked for a copy of my EKG that was done days earlier in the ER. The air fryers are cheaper on power. They're cheaper on heating up a gas oven, too. Huh, that's crazy, homemade everything. Y'all, I'm right at 7,000 subscribers. Man, that don't... It seems like yesterday I was just striving to get 1,000, you know? I was working my butt off just to get 1,000 subscribers. And now I'm right there at the threshold of hitting 7,000. 6,979. So whoopee-doo for me, y'all. But I've worked. Oh my God, I've worked. I have worked so hard on videos and getting them posted. I can't tell you how much work it was, and it still is. Yep, I got 63 showing that's watching on my end. Yeah, 63 watching and 38 thumbs up. Y'all hit the thumbs up. They're okay, but they're just overrated. Yeah, I've never tried one, so I don't know. My son said they bought one or got one, and he tried cooking in it, but he said he didn't really like it. Or he said he didn't like the food that came out of it. And he doesn't like the Instapot either. He didn't like the beans they cooked in them. I said, well, it's probably because you didn't cook them long enough. Because even in an Instapot, just like my pressure cooker, I mean, you can cook something for 20, 30 minutes or an hour in that pressure cooker. But once you take the lid off and get it off of pressure, you still need to keep it cooking for a little bit. That's the way I do my pinto beans. I speed up the cooking process by putting them in the pressure cooker. And then after I take them off pressure, take the lid off, I let them keep boiling for a bit until the liquid starts thickening up a little bit. Because he was used to eating my beans where the liquid was real thick. But he didn't like them the way they were when he took the lid off of the Instapot. And they were like watery. And I wouldn't like them like that either. So I told him, I said, next time cook them in the Instapot. But once you take the lid off and they're not under pressure anymore, then cook them for a little bit longer until they start, cooking some of that liquid out. And the soupy part will get the color of the beans. That's when it's good. One step I was taking small baby steps. And I still am, but it's a lot of work, y'all. I can understand why some people have made the comments that if they'd have known YouTube was so much work, they might have thought 2 or 3 times before they got into having their own channel. Because, y'all, it's not easy. Not if you put something up that people want to watch. And that's the key, is finding a niche there that not everybody and his brother are putting up there, and just find an item that you put on a video that people like to watch. And you got to go through trial and error to do that. Yeah, doctors don't want to have malpractice put on their records in any shape or form. because, you know, it makes them look kind of iffy. Okay, so you're going to be doing Tippy's IV for a little bit. I've got some rice packets, you know, that have like 1 or 2 servings in the packet. But I'd have to fix something else to go with my rice. I don't want just plain rice. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Yeah, once you bring suit against a doctor or anybody like that for malpractice, you better guarantee they're going to offer a settlement, because they don't want to go to court. They don't want to make it public like that. They'll offer you a settlement because, you know, to stay out of court. And you don't have to accept the first offer they make either. Yep. And you do need an attorney to handle it for you. But like, you know, Connie and I both told you, a lot of times you can find attorneys that you don't pay anything up front. They'll get their money when you get the settlement. So it's like, you know, they're going to pay your attorney. You don't have to pay them. Oh my goodness, homemade everything. That's scary. Why don't I have my son on my live stream? He's an hour and a half away from me. My daughter is an hour away. And they really don't want to be on YouTube. So I have to respect their wishes. He has a job and he doesn't want his present seen on YouTube. He didn't mind me putting up the picture of the cows that time, but he doesn't want actually a picture of his home or property or anything else on YouTube, and he doesn't want to be seen on YouTube, so I have to respect that. Exactly, Kevin. It's real hard. It's a full-time job, to be sure, with overtime. And, I mean, you can make a little bit of money, but it's not a fantastic amount, or it hasn't been for me so far. It's been enough that it's got my bills paid, you know, with what I've already got coming in on my own. But it's a lot of work. And my only recommendation to anybody that wants to go ahead and start doing anything with their channel, because I know everybody on here is probably signed up with the channel, whether you're actively working it or not. My only advice is to anybody that is interested in starting it up as a job to make money, you got to be willing to put in the time, the effort, and the work, or it's not going to happen. I work my butt off trying to get 1,000 subscribers. And you not only have to get 1,000 subscribers within 12 months, you got to get 4,000 viewing hours put in to get monetized, or it don't happen. And I was so afraid I was not going to get either one within 12 months. So I worked so hard to get that 1,000. I thought to myself, oh my God, I can't even go on anymore. I hit 1,000. What am I going to do now? But, you know, once you hit that 1,000 and you keep putting your videos out there and people watch them, you'll gradually get a couple more subscribers added to that 1,000 all the time, if you put out something that people want to see. Exactly. When you sue a doctor or a hospital, those records become open to you and your attorney. You have the right to see anything they've got. I was notified by one company. Um, they sent me an email, but they didn't tell me what kind of products it was. They gave me a link that they said, post this link on your videos in the description, and if people buy through that link, I get so many pennies off a sale or something. But when I clicked on that link to go see what in the world it was they're selling, it wouldn't let me. I couldn't get into their site. So I don't have a clue as what they're trying to sell. And I'm not going to just blindly post a link to my video to sell something if I don't know what it is. I got to see what it is, or I'm not going to stand behind it. I know I still got the emails that come with it. Let's see. Where is it? I don't know. Maybe I already deleted them out. I don't know. I think I already deleted them out. But I'm kind of weary over a link. When you click on it, it don't take you nowhere. You can't see what you're selling. So I wasn't going to put a link up on my videos if I couldn't at least see what was going on, you know? You got that right, Betty Blue. Yeah, well, YouTube almost does that. I mean, you're working nonstop day and night. I mean, you're still thinking YouTube when you go to bed at night. You don't have time for anything else. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent trying to film videos, and then trying to edit videos, and then trying to upload videos. It takes forever. So you got to be patient. You got to have the time to do it. Oh, goodness, homemade. You have a defibrillator and only half of your heart. Oh, wow. Well, I don't really want fame and fortune. I just wanted a little bit of help every month, you know, to pay my bills. Because I'm like everybody else. When you're on Social Security retirement, it's not disability. I've got retirement. You don't get enough. It's not enough to pay your bills. And it was never designed to be. It was designed as a supplement, a help with your income a month when you got older. It was never really designed to pay all your bills and take care of you the rest of your life, because it doesn't do that. It can't. You don't get enough. And since they put me on retirement early, it cut my amount down, and I'll never get that back. If you retire early, they take a certain percentage of it, and your check is less, and it'll stay less the rest of your life. And I was home, I was by myself, I was getting bored, with nothing to do but housework and yard work every day. So I decided, well, you know what? I've got the time. I'm going to give YouTube a try and just see what happens. Because I don't know unless I try. If you try, you can't fail until you try. And who knows, you may succeed. But yes, it's a lot of work. It's not easy. Unless you've got a product or something that you can do videos, it's a lot easier than what I'm doing. I mean, I guess that's why a lot of people, when they do gardening videos, they don't do cooking or anything else with it. They just do the gardening videos because it's so hard to keep up with everything, and it takes so much time. But I figured if I'm going to show people how to garden in tubs and pots and totes, I just as well go another mile, because I'm going to be cooking it anyway most of the time. Why not show them how to cook garden stuff, the garden vegetables you get right out of the garden. So that's why I started doing it. And plus I got other entertainment behind all that. So I can pretty much put anything on a video and put it up to YouTube and still be within my video or my channel description. And I purposely did that. So if I didn't do a cooking video one day, or I didn't do a garden video one day, I could come up with something else to post, April's making a smoothie. What kind of smoothie, April? Yep, my product is me. Yeah, but it's a job that you do have to push on with. You can't hit 1,000 and then sit back and expect it just to do it for yourself. I mean, do it for you. YouTube is not going to do it for you. You worked hard to get that 1,000 and get that 4,000 hours, and you got to work just as hard to keep it growing. That's exactly right, Connie. So if you're suing the hospital. The hospital malpractice is going to pay whatever's paid out of that lawsuit. And Jackie says April's so precious. Buddy's so precious. Banana, sunflower sprouts, chard, spinach, frozen mango, and avocado and protein powder. Way to go, April. That sounds good. I used to put that protein powder in my smoothies, but I don't anymore. That's one thing that contributed to me gaining weight. I think it actually put weight on me. Or helped. It wasn't the sole culprit, but it helped. Yeah, and like they say, you got to be tough-skinned because you don't always get all the good comments. You get bad comments. You get bad criticism. And if you're not thick-skinned and just let it bounce off, that could get to you after a while. I don't let it bother me because I know there's all type of people in the world. They're all entitled to their opinion. They can like it or not. They have that right. So I don't take any comments that they leave personal that are bad. Like some people will comment, well, your video is too long. Well, skip ahead or don't watch. That's all I can say. If I change my video to suit everybody else, then it's their video. It's not mine. Yeah, if they're bad, really bad, I just delete them. I don't even leave them posted. If it's just a slight criticism, I'll leave it. It don't bother me. But if it's a really bad comment, I'll delete it out. Homemade is suing the doctor and the company that contracted him out. Way to go, Homemade. And I don't get them very often. Most of my comments were kind of like, oh, I like the view that you had the camera set at, or some of them may say, well, I didn't like the view that you had in the camera when you were doing the beans and the potatoes. I like the other view better. Well, that's okay. That's just their personal thoughts about the view of the camera. And I don't mind that. I like constructive criticism. It helps me know where to put the camera a lot of times, or where not to put it. Yeah, that's true. But from what she said, it wasn't actually the physical doctor that turned her over. I don't think that broke her shoulder. It was some of the other people in the room that were turning her over. So therefore, I figured it would be the hospital they were suing. I don't think they would like sue an individual. Maybe they would. I don't know. But the hospital would have to have insurance on those people. Yeah, so I quit using the protein powder. That didn't work for me because I like to eat. I'd rather get my protein by for the food I eat, I guess. Exactly, Kevin. People can hide behind the keyboard. They're not seen. You don't know who they are. So they get bold and they type anything that they want to put in the comment. In bigger cities, you can sue the hospital. Yeah, I've not had to do any of that, so I don't know. The only time I got a settlement for an injury was when I worked at Walmart years ago, and I was a department manager for two departments, and that's where I hurt my neck and my lower back all at the same time. And I really didn't have to sue them. They settled. They offered me a settlement. I did have an attorney, but the Walmart, their headquarters, they offered a settlement. It's too hot to cook outside, Wilson. I thought about that the other day. I said I need to do a video cooking outside, but it's really too hot. Yeah, but we lose our teeth sooner or later, or most of the time people do. And that limits what you can eat a lot of times. Do you have Michael, the producer? I don't know what you're talking about, Kevin. Who's Michael, the producer? Louisiana Homestead said, I've got to set up some moderators. I've noticed Cindy's not been back in my lives here lately. I don't know why. The Cindy from, was it Alaska? I think she said she was from Alaska. I don't think I've got pork chops or pork. April's chopping veggies. I worked in a hospital group with 7 major hospitals. Oh, so you know a lot about all that stuff. I don't. Yeah, I just got an attorney, hired one, and him and Walmart figured it out, and I got a settlement out of it. But it wasn't enough because I told the county attorney later, I don't even know why I was in talking to the county attorney, but I told him the settlement I got and all that. He says, oh my gosh, he said, I wish you'd have come to me first. Well, I didn't know the county attorney would handle workers' comp. If I'd have known, I'd have went to him. I should have went and asked, but I didn't. But he said, I'd have got you so much more. He said, you'd have got about $800-900 a month for the rest of your life, and you'd have got full medical on top of that. I said, well, I wished I'd have known. Oh, you like cooking all night, like barbecue? How they cook the barbecue briskets and stuff? They usually smoke those all night. They brown them, wrap them in foil, and then put them on a smoker grill and smoke them overnight. My son does that. Or he doesn't do it overnight. He'll get up early in the morning and start them, and then they're usually ready by dinner time that night. But that's the way a lot of these barbecue places do. They put theirs on late at night and let them cook all night while the big restaurant's closed. So when they go open up the next day, their barbecue's ready to bring it in, slice it up, and put it on the menu. Wow, so Connie knows. Y'all take Connie's advice. She knows all about the medical malpractice and stuff like that. I could, but that's late at night then. Usually I'm hungry before nighttime, because it don't get dark here till about 9 o'clock or later. I'd be starving by 9 o'clock tonight. But I will start doing some videos where I'm cooking outside on the grill or roasting hot dogs on the fire, that type of thing. But it's got to cool off a little bit. Yep, so and Connie can give you some good advice about all of that, lawsuits and stuff against hospital and doctors. I don't have a clue because I've never had to do that. But when I got hurt at Walmart, they paid all my medical bills fully. And plus, gave me a settlement on top of it. But I'll agree with the county attorney. It was not enough, because I'll have this injury and have to deal with it and be limited by it for the rest of my life. And that settlement is already gone. It was not that much. Homemade Everything said, well, Connie, that's what my attorney told me, that this hospital was immune from legal lawsuits. I don't see how any hospital could be immune from it. I mean, if there's malpractice going on in the hospital or from the doctor, I don't see how you could not sue the hospital. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they are grateful, Kevin. I'm grateful you come in my lives and watch my videos. I try to watch some people's, and I try to get in their lives occasionally, but I spend so much time trying to work on my own channel and my videos. I don't have a whole lot of time, A lot of times if I'm eating breakfast or drinking coffee in the morning, I might bring up somebody else's video and I'll watch it. And I might leave a comment so they'll know that I was watching it. Like Ann's, sometimes I'll go to Ann Watson's, not Ann Watson, Shelley. I'm trying to think of her name. Shelley's channel, and I'll watch a video or something, and I always leave a comment so she knows I was there, that I did watch it. Wilson says, I'll camp out right beside your house for the barbecue. Homemade Everything tax exempt. Yep, the money you get from a settlement like that is tax exempt. You don't pay taxes on any of it. Yeah, she's doing a lot of stuff like I've done. She said she's learned a lot from my videos and coming in my lives. Only she doesn't have quite the heat there that I do. It's not quite as hot all the time where she lives as it is here. I mean, I don't see how any of them would be exempt from a lawsuit for malpractice, even if it was a local MD that had a small practice. If he has malpractice, I mean, hey, he's got to have some kind of insurance to cover his butt, you know? Any of these doctors do. Well, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I've got several people's channels that I watch when I get time. Like I said, I don't always have time, so I can't sit and watch every one of them. But when I'm resting or, like I said, sitting eating my meal, I want to get my mind off of my own stuff, you know, because it's work to me. So I'll maybe watch somebody else's video just to relax a little bit and enjoy my meal or my cup of coffee. Even the small hospitals and the small independent doctors, all of them have to have a insurance to cover malpractice, I would think. I use Palmolive, Wilson, because it gets my dishes clean, but yet it's mild enough that it doesn't hurt my plants when I water them with my dishwater, which I do all the time. In fact, they like the dishwater because it's got particles of food in the water, you know, where you've been washing your dishes, and they like it. I mean, that's like giving them compost tea. I know we're all YouTubers. Everybody that comes in chat is a YouTuber. But you know, some people are not as active with their channels. They don't really push videos and stuff like that. They more or less have a channel, but they come in and basically just kind of do like we're doing now, chatting somebody's live or something. See, like I just went to April's channel. She's got 6 subscribers. And she joined 2022. So she's, like I say, she's a YouTuber, but she's really not actively pushing her channel like someone like me that has to bring in a little bit of extra money a month. And that's okay, April. I love having you in my lives. You don't have to push your channel for you to come in here. When I first started watching videos and getting in people's live chats, I wasn't pushing the channel either. And I got little buddy at the door. Let me go feed the cats. Oh, me. It's their supper time. I'll be right back. Little buddy at the food out here. What did I do with the bowls? Oh, they're over here on the counter. I brought them in earlier and I forgot I brought them in. Come on, go back. Out there where Lucky is, so both of you can eat. Yeah, both of you can eat. Here. Why are you coming? Little buddy comes back in. He don't want to go out there. He wants treats. Come on. I'll give you treats, but you got to go back outside. Come on. Come on. Come on. You spoiled cat. He is so spoiled. He won't go outside because he knows I got the treats. And he wants treats. He don't want to eat the regular food. Ooh, my hair. My hair's finally gotten dry. And now it's all frizzy. Homemade Everything says I only make 2 or 3 videos a week. Well, I've been trying to put out a video every day. Sometimes if they're a short video, I'll put out 2 a day. It just depends on what I've got that I do the video on. Homemade says, I think you have too many. So, no, I don't. I've got people that have 100,000 subscribers and they go live. And the chat goes by so fast they can't even read the chat. Ann says, I never thought I'd have to. You'd like to produce behind the curtains? Well, there's some people that do that. They never show themselves in a video. They're always the voice behind the camera. If you get a good topic to do videos on, yeah, you can make it that way. I didn't know what in the world I'd do behind the camera like that to be able to make money. He's already ate that whole handful of treats I gave him. And he's under the table. I don't think I'll ever have too many subscribers to go live. Because, you know, I've got almost 7,000 subscribers, but I've only got 55 in chat right now. 52, that dropped to 52. So, no, as long as I can read the chat, I don't think I've got too many to be live. How many views do you get on each video per week, Homemade? Homemade has 67 subscribers and 39 videos. And she started in February of 2023. She's had 3,800 views. See what she homemade everything. Dessert, red-eye gravy, chicken fried steak. So you more or less have a cooking show or a cooking channel. Sometimes I do, because people will come by and they may be watching and they're not subscribed to the channel yet, and they might get interested in the chat and they might want to make a comment, and they'll subscribe, so they'll be signed in to comment, because you can't get into live chat unless you're a subscriber, and you have to be signed into YouTube to be in live chat. So even the trolls, they have to subscribe or they can't get in. How about have contest about winning 2 prizes? Well, that could get it pretty expensive, because, you know, I'm going to be mailing that ring tomorrow, and it's going to cost me almost $6 just to mail that ring. If I had 2 prizes to give away, it would be at least $12 or $15 just for postage. And that gets a little pricey. Plus the item that you're giving away. You teach how to make toilet paper, deodorant, toothpaste, and some of my stuff is survival too. Well, that's good, homemade. But see, evidently you don't care if you grow your channel very fast right now. Like me, I had to. It was either grow my channel and start making a little bit of money coming in, or not being able to pay my bills. So, I mean, I had enough to pay most of my bills, but not everything I needed, like for repairs, or, you know, some bills would just go left unpaid, which is not good. Or it would go on a credit card, which is not good either. So it's a difference just to have a channel just for, like, to have something to do, or just to have it and not depend on it bringing in you money. If you were stressed for money right now, you'd be doing like I am, and you would be doing everything you could do to make your channel grow, to bring in a little bit of money every month to pay your bills. You too, Sheila McDaniel. You have a good day, good week. We'll see you on the next live, hopefully. Yeah, and I just noticed we've been in here for 3 hours and 16 minutes. Wow, we've had a good time. We always have a good time when the time flies, and I don't realize I've been on for 3 hours. Well, thank you, Jackie. Yeah, there's a difference between just having a YouTube channel just because you want one, and just because you want to post some videos. And it's another when you're actually making it in a job. And I got to let little buddy out before he scratches my door all to pieces. Come on. Come on. Go ahead. Lucky's not going to bother you. But I wish you the best with your channel. I mean, no matter, you know, how you do it. I mean, just post 1 or 2 now and then, you know, it's going to grow regardless. I mean, if you put up good videos, especially like how to make things, then you're going to get views, you're going to get subscribers. And I got up and walked to the door and showed all my fat rolls, which I hate. I love this dress, but I don't like the way it clings to me and emphasizes my fat. I don't like that. Yeah, I got to say goodbye to Sheila. I've had a load of fun. It's been great chatting with y'all. but I don't want to take up all your Sunday. Yeah, we need to learn survival skills, and that's part of why my gardening channel is here. Is if you can't grow in the ground, you can always grow in a pot or a tote or a bucket. You can grow your food if you know how to do it. You can make your own garden soil if you know how to do it, and that's what I show in my videos. You don't have to go buy this expensive potting mix. I mean, I do buy some once in a while, but the majority of the dirt that's in my pots and my totes, it's all garden soil that I put together myself with cardboard, paper, leaves out of the yard, wood from the yard, local dirt, food scraps, that type of thing, that you build your own soil, you build your own plant food, your fertilizers in there and everything. You have to add very little later. And then you got your compost tea that you're making all the time that you can keep your plants watered with. And they're so much easier to water in a pot or a tote than it is if they're in the ground. But I'm going to hush. I want to wish y'all a good day. I am starving. I've got to think about getting me something to eat for dinner. So I'm going to wish you a good evening, a good afternoon. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed day tomorrow. Thank you all so much for coming into the live. I'll see you on my next one. Okay? Bye now. Love y'all.